Have you guys ever wanted to make your own flipbook at home for free? Well, this video is going to show you how. Let's go. To start, you're going to need 4 items that are crucial to making your own flipbook. Number 1, these bad boys. These are one of the most important items of your flipbook because they allow you to flip them. If you don't know what this is, they're index cards. Yeah, so these are just normal index cards that you can get at your local craft store. And when I first started making flipbooks, I used these and they worked great. I put a rubber band on the end so I could flip them without them all falling apart, which is also something that you guys should do. Now, the next thing that you're going to want to get is this, a flashlight. Make sure it is powerful. Clearly this one is dead. Make sure it is powerful enough to go through 2 index cards, and if it is, it will be powerful enough. Moving on. This is probably going to be the most annoying part of the video to get one of these. Now, this is what it is. It's just a clear plastic container. Just plastic that you can see through. That's flat. It's flat on the top here, as you can see. You're going to want to get one of those. Maybe you can find it in your attic or basement storage container. You're gonna want to grab one of those. If you don't have a bin, small plastic bin of some sort, there are also alternatives. The first alternative that you probably don't have is not gonna work great. It's just a plastic plate. If you have one of these plastic plates that you can kind of see through, like you can kind of see through a little bit, it'll probably work. Just maybe. I haven't tried it out yet, but you can try this. Tell me if it works in the comments. But yeah, try a plastic plate, but if that doesn't work, there's another option. Now the last option is just a big sheet of plastic. Could be glass. Glass is a little bit more dangerous, but something like this. Big sheet, maybe off of a container of some sort. But yeah, something like that. If you don't have that or any of these 3 items, I'm sorry, but you probably won't be able to do it. Just find some kind of plastic container that is see-through. That's what you're gonna need. But for this video, we're gonna use this plastic container because that's what I said first. Alright, now we're on to step 4. This is gonna be the final part of the steps. And this is gonna be planning your flipbook and pretty much just getting everything ready to start a flipbook. Now, what you're gonna want to do is think of a story that you want your flipbook to have. Once you've got that story down, let's go set up all these items so you can start your very own flipbook at home. I'm first going to show you how to do the plastic box method. But if you have the other 2 items, I'm going to show you how to do that later. Also, I didn't mention this, but you're also going to need a pencil, obviously. Okay, the first thing you want to do is take your flashlight, turn it on, and point it upright like this. Put it upright. It may be a little bit wobbly because this is a little bit round, but it's fine if it's like pointing diagonal. It may be a little bit tough, depending on what flashlight you have, but good grief, this is annoying me. There we go. After that, take your plastic container and cover it with the flashlight. Also, make sure your flashlight is on. We didn't have one that worked, so it's not on, but it would be on if it worked. Alright, put an index card right on top and draw whatever design that you want on there. For me, as an example, I'm just going to write a sad face, and it's just going to turn into a smiley face. Another important step is to always number your pieces of paper. So 1, and then if you lay another index card on, 2, and so forth. Alright, I've got my sad face. Now, one important key that I do want to point out is make sure your sad face isn't over here, because when you flip your flipbook, you're not going to be able to see anything. Make sure it's on the right side of your index card not in the middle, but on the right side. I have made this mistake in the past, and it was a really bad flip book. Alright, your flashlight is in there. You got your picture and your numbered pieces of paper. Put one on top of the other and make sure they're in line. As you can see, they're in line. Put them down, number it one higher, and you can barely see it in person. It's easier to see, but there's two eyes here and there's a little frowny face. You're just going to copy that, and then once you flip it, it will have the same image, but you can move it in whatever direction you want. Just move it very slowly if you want it to have a nice clean picture frame rate, if that was what you would call it. But let me show you what I got here, guys. Guys, once you have the second page done of your picture, every time you do 2 pages, put the first one away, put the second one down, put another piece of paper over it, number it one higher, and continue your picture. Do it this way as long as you want, as long as your story goes, and you should have a nice flip book. Alright, my flip book is done. It's only 16 pages. Just an example on how to do this. Now, if you're having trouble writing the things, just copy the pencil you had before, because the light is coming through the paper. You can see, stencil what you already had and make little changes to it. If you want to have a big change, have little changes to it, and soon you'll have a big change, like going from a sad face to a happy face. Let me show you. Let's move on to the next tactic of how to make a flip book. Alright, this is the last and final tactic. If you are using this huge thing, what you're going to want to do is sit down, put this on your lap, put the flashlight under this so it shines through, and do the same thing that we did for the clear box. Let me show you. Alright, so say this is on your lap. I did try to put it on my lap and show you guys, but it was really complicated, so I couldn't actually do it. So this is on your lap. This flashlight goes where you're sitting, which it's really hard to balance that, but if you use a different flashlight, it could be easier. Then put your note cards right on here, and use the flashlight coming up, and draw your flip book. I really hope this video helped you out on how to make your own flip books at home for free. The only part that you need to go to the store is to buy some index cards, which are not that expensive. Thank you very much for watching this video. See you guys later.